Hey, good evening, everybody. This is a video about the difference between high price stocks and low price stocks when it comes to building a small account. Now, I'll play anything. It doesn't matter to me, but I really highly suggest that for people building small accounts to play. You kind of want to stay away from the typical small cap dollar, $2, $3, $4 stocks, $5 stocks, right? You should really be focusing on stocks over $10. That's where you're really going to get your range. It's not so much the percentage. Now, percentage can get you into trouble with a small account, and I'll explain why. Um, on a small cap where the price is, let's say, anywhere between, I don't know, $3 and $5, you generally need to take quite a few shares on it to make some money on it, right? Because you don't have as much range on it. You'll have more percentage, but so what I'm getting at is, let's say a $4 stock. Pick any $4 ticker that's out there. Because of the volatility in the small cap market, and volatility is our friend. Don't get me wrong, man. But a $4 stock can easily have a candle that washes out a buck instantly. We've seen it countless times. People blow up their accounts within one trade, and they don't even know what the fuck hit them. Because they end up taking too many shares because they're able to, right? Because it's a cheap stock, they go into their margin and their leverage in their accounts, and they end up taking 1,000, 2,000 shares. But let's just use 1,000 shares as an example, because in most people's opinions, 1,000 shares isn't a lot, but it is, and it'll get you into trouble. So if that candle washes out on you at a buck, right? We're just going to use round numbers as an example. If you took 1,000 shares, you are down $1,000. Now, to sustain to take a hit like that in a small account, that's fucking brutal. So it'll either one of two things. It's going to completely wipe your account out. Actually, one of three things. Completely wipe your account out, and you've blown up. Number two, it's going to be a big enough hit that it's going to be very hard to overcome. And number three, using margin, you can end up owing your broker some money, and that's even worse. You don't want to be negative in your account. That's for damn sure. So that's how that can get you into trouble. Now let me tell you how higher price stocks can protect yourself. How they can protect you. So let's say, and we'll use RH as an example. If you bought 100 shares of this today, and that was it, right? And you're cruising along, and you kind of get in here, and you're cruising along, and everything's good, and you stick through this dip, and you get caught up in this candle here. That's a point. That's over a point. So off of 100 shares, you're down $100. That's doable. It sucks in a small account, but it's not the end of the fucking world now, is it? Right? So let's say you sold out and you got stopped out for a loss. Once you see it reclaimed, now what can you do? You can always get back in when the setup comes, right? So it dumps, it goes red on the day, and then it reclaims. Puts in a higher low. Now let's say you got in on this higher low. Back in with 100 shares. Now, I'm not saying you're going to hit the whole move. This is just for example purposes, guys, okay? Off of 100 shares, you got a 3-point move exactly. That's $300 off of 100 shares. Now, do you understand that? And that's a beautiful day in a small account. To collect $300 off of a $1,000 account. I mean, you're building your account 30% in a day. It's fucking awesome, right? So I hope I've made my point really clear. I'm not saying to stay away from $1, $2, $3, $5 stocks. That's not what I'm saying. Well, I'll put it like this: if you don't know what I'm saying and you don't get it and you think I'm an idiot, keep fucking moving because you're a meathead. So I think I've made my point really clear. It's just some food for thought for you guys, because I know a lot of us. I mean, when we first start out, we get really fucking brainwashed, and it took me a long time to really start thinking on my own and to think for myself. And just to get over all that fucking guru horse shit that we're all fed. So I'm not going to start going off on a rant on these fucking gurus again. So I think I've made my point clear. It's just some food for thought. Think about it, digest it, and I hope I've kind of enlightened your minds a little bit on that. So have a great night, and if you have any comments or questions or whatever, just hit me up in the box below, and please like, share, and subscribe. Share the word. Pass the word around. Thanks, guys. Good night.